Hello, all my model car building buddies. This is Model Cars with Glenn, and I'm glad to be Glenn for once. Okay, I got all kinds of stuff here today to do and to show you, and all that good stuff. First, I want y'all to notice the band over here. Let me tip this down a little bit. Now, not too many people know it, but Godzilla builds model cars too. He got this little '57 Chevy there he's been working on. It's a gasser, of course, because he's like me, you know. And yeah, Godzilla's model that he built. Also, I got. Let me see now. Where am I going to be at first? I think. Oh, I need to make a quick correction. I did this shout out last time for Mr. Upscale, and I said he did this painting on the back. But I found out later this was done by Mrs. Upscale. So, sorry, Mrs. Upscale. And you do good work, man. That's nice. Okay. Let me see. All right, I got more stuff. I got my buddies at Spotlight. Man, they got a bunch of stuff in there. I didn't know it, but I'll get to that in a minute. First, I want to show you stuff and some things that I've been doing. This he's just hanging around, you know. He doesn't want to go into the case just yet. I still got some parts. He doesn't weigh nothing. He is as light as a popcorn fart. I'm telling you. But this guy, this is the one, Flashpoint. Yo, man, I got models all over this table. This is the Flashpoint. Looking good, too, man. Those decals look nice. Look on the hood, too. Woo! Man, that's pretty. Got the flaming headlight lenses. That's neat. Flashpoint. This is more, instead of a fire department car, this is more of the Flash's car, because he made a Flashpoint in his movie. If y'all don't watch The Flash, you don't know what I'm talking about. But here's the interior. I showed you that before. I hadn't put the zoomies on it yet, but there they are. And yeah, man, it's such a nice model. I love it. Oh, I painted it red, and I don't know if you can tell it or not, but I put a good coat of clear with red pearl in it over everything. And then I put the decals on. Probably should clear it after the decals, but I'm pushing my luck. I'm afraid it's going to buckle up on me or swarm or something, you know. So I'm going to leave it like it is. I think it looks pretty good. Flashpoint. This is a nice model. Anyway, I'm going to move him over here because that's where over here is. And bring you up to date on my Jaguar. Yeah, this is the Draguar. And, yep, let me spin her around one time. Now, I got the chassis all built. And let me just pop the hood off of it, because if I don't, I'll drop it on the floor. There is the under the hood stuff. Man, that front end just clipped right on there. That's from the '65 Chevy Nova gasser. And, still burping. Man, I just can't get away from that acid reflux. I love these ladder bars, and I'll tell you why. Back in like '73, my cousin Danny had a '70 GTO Judge, and we had just put a 454 Corvette motor in it, out of a Corvette. I don't remember what LS whatever it was, but it was a new Corvette, had like 200 miles on it. The guy couldn't take the fuel mileage and the insurance, so he sold us the motor really cheap, you know. And then he couldn't keep the front. He couldn't keep it from spinning out. It had so much power, so he bought these Lakewood ladder bars. Looked exactly like these. Me and him installed them one day. Even had the same brackets that bolted to the floor and the frame. Just like that. Anyway, yeah, that brought back a memory there. Here's the motor. I got a motor going for it. Motor. He'll be sitting right there. that snout won't be that long. I showed you how I make snouts. I just got to adjust it to the right length and make a blower belt for it. But I got a Hemi. Really, really, really nice Hemi. I'm going to go ahead and put spark plug wires on it because the Hemi without spark plug wires is like a Hemi without spark plug wires, you know? So there's that. Maybe a drive shaft. I don't. I'm gonna be honest with you guys for once. You see the rear end, how it's not pointing towards the end of the transmission? That's my fault. I always keep forgetting to clock the rear end. I keep forgetting to rotate it around until it's pointing to the rear, until it's pointing to the tranny. My fault. There's always some notch or something in here, and I just go ahead and glue it to the notch to line up, you know, from the factory. But I had to cut out part of this back pan and make this rear frame section so that I had the place to mount the springs. I like leaf springs. Anyway, this is the Draguar, and he's not too far off from being done. I need to build the interior, finish the motor, and paint it. And then, Draguar. Oh my goodness, here we go with some more stuff. Now, I was shopping the Spotlight catalog, and I found this stuff. Resin bodies. And I couldn't believe it. Look at this. This is like a 53 Hudson Hornet station wagon. Is that not the coolest thing? I get you, puppy. I love station wagons. You know, I was brought up around station wagons. We always took a family trip every summer in a station wagon. I used to sleep in the back of that thing. Oh, it was just good times. But I like wagons anyway, too, because they're cool. But look at this thing, man. It's so rounded off, and then no wheel wells. It's got fender skirts on it. But this is going to be wood grain inside this area here. I don't know if you can see that or not. Wood grain in here, green here, and under the chrome, and then a tan roof. And it's going to be dropped all the way down and pro-streeted with some big monster tires under the back and a monster motor coming up through the hood. I got to get another Hudson before I can do anything with it. But, man, it's going to be like a town and country Pro Street car, you know, with the wood grain and the two-tone green and tan. It ought to look like a old-timey town and country car, but it'll have all that power under the hood and tires under the back. And speaking of two-tone green and tan, this is what I'm talking about. And that gum scoop isn't on it right now, but there it is. Yeah, see the same green and tan I'm going to use on that Hudson. And this is my 50 couple Fleetline, Chevy Fleetline, I think it's called. I built this puppy. This is probably like the third, fourth model I built after I got back into models after everything went south. I still no drive shaft, but it's got all the other under there stuff, and the scoop comes off. It's not detachable. It just does. And here's my motor. Yeah, that's pretty, isn't it? I like the green in the blower and then the fins there. Yep. What about the interior? Got one? Yeah, it's got interior. Nice looking too. Yeah, tan. Got tan and light tan and green. I guess. It's just pretty cool. I like this. You know, some of these are built so long ago, I don't remember the first thing about them. Or the second thing, and sometimes I even miss the third. But that's him. Now, what else did I get? I got this guy. Isn't that neat? It's a totally chopped resin, 34 Ford with the long snooker on the front there. It's supposed to be like a Bonneville car. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do with it. No, You'll have to guess or wait until you see it, because this thing is going to be neato. Something I've been wanting to build for a while. Yep, building out of that. This is oh boy, this is the coolest thing ever. It's a 37 Ford cab over. Oh, I just love it. I got the grill for it. I just ain't got it out. It's a big old block of resin that needs a lot of sanding and cleaning to fit in that hole there in the front. But this is gonna be a record. Gonna have the short bed on the back. This comes back so far, it rounds down, and the semi wheels, and yeah, and it'd be white and green with Texaco, because I got a whole sheet of Texaco decals, and most of my records are Texaco records. So, I like to stick with a theme. But how cool is that? Man, I love getting stuff from them. I also picked up a package of these because I was running low on slicks. Look at that. These are what are they called? Firestone Drag 500 big slicks with authentic lettering. That is authentic lettering. That Drag 500 Firestone. There's enough meat on those tires there to make a good sandwich. If you can stand it. Okay, I got those too. Got the 3 resin bodies and some tires. Didn't set me back too far. I'm trying to shut the box and not doing too good. Okay, got a couple more models I want to show you. But first, there is something I've been wanting to get off my chest for a while, and I'm just going to do it. So here goes. Oh my God, that feels better. I don't know what that was, but he was stuck. Oh, I dropped him. Puppies, get it. Get him. Don't let it get away. It'll get back on me. Oh, thank goodness for doggies. All right. Now, I don't know how long ago it's been. Okay, you got him. Go ahead. Thank you. You guys will get a raise. No. Not that big a raise. Heck no. Okay. Okay. BB. This is 65 Chevy truck, lowrider. Lowrider, get a little lower. This is, Pro Street. That's it. Big old tires under the back. And tuberonis. It's got an interior. A couple of fine seats and a few things. Got a roll bar up in there. Full one, too. All right. And what's underneath? Blue chassis and a red rear end. Oh, yeah. Somebody was on his medicine the day I made this. Okay. Then get the hood off. Show you the motor. I like come here, puppy. I got my puppy. Okay. I'll show you the motor. It is a motor. Okay. See, what I did to get the thing so tall is this is one of those pro stock tunnel ram intakes. It's got a bottom piece and a top piece. I put the bottom on the motor, put the bluer. Oh my God, I'm having trouble with words today. Put the blower on top of it and the top of the stupid manifold, and then 2 4 barrels and these things. Got a good tall motor that way. And I like my motors tall. Because they look cool. They just look cool. Those deep rims too, man. Those are some super duper deep rims. Okay, well, this is my truck. And I got one more I want to show you real quick. Because I can. There's nobody here to stop me. I want to make sure I didn't forget anything. Or anybody. This is 66 Impact. Man, I just cannot talk today. 66 Chevelle wagon. It was a 4-door, and I converted it to 2-door, and by cutting out the doors, moved the rear end up. It's like a pro street, but you can run it on the drag strip too if you get a drive shaft. No drive shaft. This is nice. I like this car though. It is. I like wagons. Like I told you, I like wagons. Were you paying attention when I said I liked wagons? If you did, then you'd know I like wagons. Hang on. I'm trying to get. There's the motor. It's a small block, unimpressive. Tunnel ram intake with 2 carbs. But, you know, you can't put blowers on everything. Oh, I guess I can, but, you know, I like to change it up. I started to say on a video a while back that I like to build motors and I like to build models. What I meant was I like to build a nice model of a motor, the whole thing, you know, like that, and put all the detail into it I can, and make it like a separate model. I could display this guy by himself if wanted, and then build the model around it, you know, whatever it'll fit. And, you know, sometimes I have a hard time explaining what I'm trying to think, and I have a hard time explaining that to myself, too. So, well, I'm at the end of my rope, so I'm going to say give me a like and a subscribe and a comment and maybe a fruit basket and a hug and some love and I don't know, anything else. And I'm going to say bye, and do not forget to tip the band on your way out, because that's all the money they get right there. So I'm out of here, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.